The only way to really objectively and actually discern between what is really good and evil, what is really just and unjust, is to use your own independent judgment to think hard about God's word and about God's reality to figure out what really is just.
Let's talk about some of the passages that are usually brought up by someone like Russell Moore or Matt Chandler, that they're in the Bible and they're important, they're true, we affirm them, and we need to just show what they're saying about those verses versus what we think the Bible actually is saying with those. James 1:27, religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. And later on in the book, it condemns the rich who are hoarding their wealth, and it also condemns partiality. Partiality cuts both ways, but favoring the rich in the church context. Isaiah 5:20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. These people that God is talking about here were calling good evil and evil good and getting away with it. We have to agree with those who have preached from these passages. That's not all right. But then we have to be willing to look more carefully about our assumptions about what is justice, because if we could just be in the same position as them unless we think through what is it saying about what is just.
Yeah, so as you pointed out, the contemporary social justice crowd are going to appeal to these passages to argue for their view of justice in society. And if we say, let's not focus on that, let's just focus on the gospel, then we're saying we don't care about those passages, in effect. We absolutely agree with those passages. Verily and amen, brother, you're reading it wrong. And we need to feel the weight of Isaiah 5:20 coming down on our shoulders, where it says, woe to you who call evil good and good evil, right? So the social justice warriors are reading this passage and they're saying, this is evil and this is good. This is unjust and this is just. And we're saying, as those who oppose the social justice warriors, no, you've got it exactly wrong. What you call justice is actually injustice. And what you call injustice is actually justice. One side's right and the other side's wrong here. And there is no middle ground. And I think that's the thing that we who are opposing the social justice warriors need to really be convinced of deep down in our souls and have that conviction. There is no middle ground here. One of us has the woe of Isaiah 5:20 on our heads. And it's really important that we figure it out. And that's where we kind of transition into why we think that what we're emphasizing for the New Christian Intellectual is extremely important for the movement against social justice. And that is that we need to be able to discern between true justice and false justice. We need to be able to discern between what is actually good and what is actually evil, as opposed to just what the majority of people today are calling good or evil, or what the majority of Christian thought leaders are calling good or evil. And then the question is, well, all right, well, how do you discern that? You can't discern it by taking a poll of contemporary Christians. You can't discern it by taking a poll of historical Christians. You can't discern it by merely reading the passages, because they're reading those passages too. You can't discern it by knee-jerk reactions about what seems right without any sort of argument or rationale behind it. The only way to really objectively and actually discern between what is really good and evil, what is really just and unjust, is to use your own independent judgment to think hard about God's word and about God's reality to figure out what really is just. It's up to each individual person. You've got the moral responsibility. You're going to stand alone before the throne of judgment for what you advocated as being good or evil, just or unjust.